You walk into your room and notice it again, your dog curled up right on top of your clothes. Not their bed. Not the blanket you bought just for them. Your shirt. It smells like you, feels like you. But why does your dog always choose this spot? Is it comfort? Possession? Or something much deeper, something emotional we often overlook? Because what your dog is saying when they sleep on your clothes might reveal a kind of love most humans never fully understand. So, what are they really trying to tell you? Every morning starts the same way. Before the alarm even buzzes, there's a gentle nudge against your arm. A cold nose. Warm breath. And those eyes, half awake, half hopeful, as if saying, "Hey, it's a new day. Let's live it together." You smile, stretch, and whisper, "Good morning, buddy." The tail thumps harder. The day begins. As the coffee brews and the world outside wakes up, your dog trails behind you, quiet paws on the floor, matching every step. Some people call it following. You call it loyalty. A silent rhythm of trust built one morning at a time. But lately, you've noticed something new. Your dog doesn't just wait by the kitchen door anymore. When you leave the room, even for a minute, they slip away. And when you return, they're there again, but not just anywhere. They're lying right on top of your clothes. Maybe it's your hoodie tossed on the chair. Maybe it's a shirt you wore yesterday. You notice the fur, the tiny wrinkles, the warm spot where they've been curled up. You smile, it's cute, right? But somewhere inside, a question lingers, why that spot? During playtime, nothing feels strange. The ball rolls, the laughter fills the backyard, and your dog moves like a blur of happiness, jumping, running, panting, grinning. You wipe your face with your sleeve, and your dog stops mid-run, staring at you as if memorizing your expression. That's the bond. The kind of connection only dog owners truly understand, where silence feels like conversation, and eye contact says everything. Many dog owners also notice other little signs, the tilt of a head, the touch of a paw, the way your dog leans against you. If that sounds familiar, I explained the meaning of those behaviors step by step in my last video, Hidden Signs Your Dog Loves You More Than You Ever Realized. You can find the link at the top corner, and I'll also leave it for you at the end screen. But this sleeping on your clothes thing, it feels different. As night falls, you change into your pajamas and drop your clothes over the chair. You turn off the lights and whisper, "Good night." A few minutes later, you hear a soft rustle. You peek, and there they are, curled up right on top of that same shirt. Their breathing slows. Their body softens. It's not just rest, it's peace. They look like they're home. At first, you think maybe it's warmth. Or just your scent. But sometimes, when you're not home, you come back to find your dog on a pile of your clothes again. Not their blanket, not their bed. Yours. Always yours. And that's when you start to wonder. Is this just comfort? Or is your dog trying to tell you something deeper, something about how they feel when you're not there? The days repeat, morning walks, shared snacks, those quiet moments when they rest their head on your lap while you scroll through your phone. You start to realize that these small rituals are more than routine, they're your dog's language of love. Every wag, every sigh, every look, it's a message. And this one, the moment they choose your clothes over everything else, might be one of the most powerful messages they've ever sent. Because sometimes, love doesn't bark. It just curls up quietly, right where you've left a piece of yourself behind. 1. The comfort of familiar scents. For dogs, smell is memory. It's how they navigate the world, how they know what's safe, what's dangerous, and what feels like home. When you leave behind a shirt, a hoodie, or even a blanket that carries your scent, your dog isn't just lying on fabric, they're surrounding themselves with your invisible presence. Imagine it from their point of view. You leave for work. The house grows quiet. The walls still smell faintly of breakfast and coffee, but that one spot, the one with your clothes, it smells like you. Not the version of you that humans see, but the version their nose remembers. Your warmth, your shampoo, the faint trace of your heartbeat mixed into the fabric. So they curl up there. Not to claim it, but to stay close to you, even when you're gone. This is especially true for rescue dogs. Many rescue pups come from uncertainty, cages, loud shelters, places where scent means survival. When they finally find someone they trust, your smell becomes a promise: you're safe now. You're loved. And sleeping on your clothes becomes their way of holding on to that safety, even in their dreams. When I first brought Luna home, she was afraid of everything. The bed, the floor, even her own reflection. But on her second night here, she found one of my old sweaters and slept on it all night. That was the first time she didn't cry. That's the comfort of scent, a bridge between fear and trust. 2. The habit of bonding. For some dogs, sleeping on your clothes isn't just about smell, it's a ritual of closeness. Think of how dogs sleep together in the wild, shoulder to shoulder, bodies touching. It's how they share warmth and safety within the pack. At home, you're their pack. You're their closest companion. So when your dog lies on your clothes, it's their instinct saying, "You're part of me. I belong beside you." You may have noticed, even if you move the pile of laundry, they find it again. Even if you wash it, they return to that same corner. Because it's not just the scent, it's the habit of connection. Every night, when they rest on your clothes, they're rebuilding that unspoken bond. Like a bedtime ritual that says, "This is my human. This is my safe place." Puppies especially show this behavior. When separated from their mother, they often cry until they find something that smells like her: a towel, a blanket, anything with warmth and scent. As they grow, that same instinct transfers to you. So when your puppy curls up on your t-shirt, they're saying, in the only way they can, "You're my comfort now." It's sweet. It's primal. And it's one of the first ways they show that they've accepted you as their new family. 3. The safety signal. Now, here's something fascinating from canine psychology. Dogs choose sleeping spots based on how secure they feel. When they pick your clothes, even over soft dog beds, they're revealing something about their emotional state. In the wild, dogs and wolves rest where they feel safest, often near the pack leader. The scent of that leader signals that predators are far, and protection is near. At home, you are that leader. So when your dog curls up on your shirt, they're sending a quiet message. "I feel protected when I'm near your scent." This is especially noticeable when there's a change in the environment: a new house, a storm, fireworks, or even guests visiting. Your clothes become their emotional anchor, something familiar in the chaos. If you've ever noticed your dog searching for your laundry basket during loud nights, they're not being mischievous. They're looking for safety. They're looking for you. And it's not just anxiety. Even calm dogs do this, simply because your scent equals peace. It's a little like a child holding onto a blanket that smells like home. Except your dog's version of that comfort is alive, breathing, and loyal beyond words. 4. The loyalty layer. There's also something deeply loyal hidden in this act, something not driven by fear or habit, but by devotion. Dogs are wired to guard what matters to them most. In their world, lying on your clothes is a form of protection. It's as if they're saying, "You might be gone, but I'll keep watch over your things." Some owners have shared stories that prove this loyalty in quiet, tearful ways. One woman in Texas, for example, lost her husband unexpectedly. For weeks afterward, their golden retriever, Max, would sleep on his old jacket every night. He wouldn't move until morning. He never chewed it, never played with it, he simply guarded it. It wasn't just scent. It was devotion. A bond that went beyond understanding, where loyalty doesn't need to be taught, because it's written into their heart. And then there are dogs who wait, those who sleep on your clothes while you're away on a long trip, as if keeping your space alive. Science calls this scent-based memory retention. But if you ask any dog lover, they'll tell you, it's love. Pure and patient love. When you come back home, they greet you not as if you left yesterday, but as if every moment apart was worth waiting for. And maybe, in those quiet hours, your scent on their resting place reminded them. My person always returns. So yes, maybe they love the smell of you. Maybe they feel safe, or loyal, or comforted. But there's still something deeper, something that connects all these meanings into one emotional truth. It's the reason why this behavior touches every dog owner who's ever come home to that little pile of fur resting on their laundry. And it's the part we almost always miss, because it's not just about scent. It's about something far more profound, something that reveals how dogs understand love in a way humans often forget. We'll uncover that next. Because once you know the real reason dogs sleep on your clothes, you'll see that every wrinkle, every strand of fur they leave behind, isn't a mess. It's a message. When your dog curls up on your clothes, they aren't just looking for warmth. They aren't even just missing you. They're guarding the piece of you that feels most like home. Because to your dog, your scent is not just a smell, it's a heartbeat. It's the invisible thread that connects every moment you've ever shared. The walks, the laughter, the nights you cried, it's all there, imprinted in that fabric. So when they rest on your clothes, they're not simply being sentimental. They're doing something instinctive, something ancient and deeply emotional. They are protecting the one creature they trust most, you. He doesn't know where you go when you leave. He doesn't understand time the way we do. But what he does know, is that you'll come back. So while you're gone, he stays close to what's left behind. Not out of fear. Not out of habit. But out of love, the kind that waits patiently, faithfully, endlessly. Dogs live entirely in the present. And yet, when they lie on your clothes, they're bridging time itself, holding on to your memory in the only way they can. To you, that shirt is laundry. To them, it's your presence. A moment of realization. Think about this for a second. When you come home, your dog runs to you with that wild joy, the wagging tail, the spinning circle of happiness. But before that, while you were away, they were still with you. They were guarding your space. Sleeping in your scent. Keeping you close in a way words could never express. It's their way of saying, you were never really gone. And that's what makes this behavior so powerful. It's not just instinct, it's emotion. It's connection. It's the purest, most unconditional version of love there is. There was a golden retriever named Riley. When his owner, a nurse, had to leave for long overnight shifts, Riley would climb into the laundry basket every evening and pull out one of her scrubs. He'd lie there all night until he heard her car the next morning. Then, tail wagging, he'd run to the door with the scrub still draped over him. It wasn't training. It wasn't routine. It was devotion. Because that's what love looks like when you can't speak it. It's not flowers. It's not words. It's a quiet heartbeat resting on the fabric that smells like home. You see, your dog doesn't think about yesterday or tomorrow. They only know this moment, the moment where you exist in their heart. So when they sleep on your clothes, they're saying, even when I can't see you, I can still feel you. And that's enough. That's love in its most selfless form. No demands. No conditions. Just the peace of being near you, in any way they can. The science behind the emotion. Now, science gives it a name, olfactory bonding. A dog's sense of smell connects directly to the part of their brain that processes memory and emotion. Your scent triggers feelings of calm, trust, and attachment, the same way a child feels when hearing a parent's voice in the dark. But what science can't fully explain is the emotion behind it, the loyalty that drives them to guard what's yours, even when you're not home. Some dogs will even refuse to sleep in their beds until they've checked your things first. Others will nudge their nose into your clothes before lying down, as if to make sure the memory is still there. That's not just behavior. That's bond. And it's one of the purest forms of connection nature ever designed, a living being who finds peace not in possession, but in presence. A silent promise. If you've ever come home late and seen your dog fast asleep on your hoodie, you've witnessed that promise in motion. They didn't mean to make a statement. But in that small act, they did. They told you. While you were gone, I kept you safe. While you were away, I stayed near. You're never alone, even when you think you are. That's the deepest truth behind it all. Your dog doesn't sleep on your clothes because they miss you, they sleep there because they believe in you. They trust that your scent means peace, that your return is certain, that your love is real. And that's something most humans spend a lifetime trying to find, a love that asks for nothing, but gives everything. As time passes, that behavior often becomes more emotional. Older dogs will spend more time on your things, even when you're just in another room. They're not lonely, they're cherishing you in their own way. It's their quiet thank you. For the walks. For the meals. For the love that shaped their world. They may not live as long as we do, but in the years they get, they love us with a depth most humans can only imagine. And here's the part that hurts, but also heals. Sometimes, when a dog knows their time is near, they'll seek your scent again, that same shirt, that same space. Not because they're afraid. But because it's the one place they've always felt safe. It's their way of saying, I'm okay. I just wanted to be close to you. That's how strong this bond is. It begins with trust, and ends with love that never really ends. A deeper kind of love. So now, when you see your dog sleeping on your clothes, don't brush it off as just another cute quirk. See it for what it truly is, a living story of love, written in fur, scent, and quiet devotion. Because what they're really saying isn't, I miss you. It's, I'm with you. Always. Every nap. Every sigh. Every time they curl up on your sweater, they're reminding you that love doesn't need to be loud to be real. Sometimes, it's silent. Sometimes, it smells like laundry. And sometimes, it's the softest, most powerful message your heart will ever receive. You whisper, hey, buddy, and they lift their head, sleepy eyes glowing, tail thumping softly. In that moment, everything makes sense. They didn't just wait for you. They watched over you. They carried your love in the only way they knew how. That's the secret behind this quiet act, the hidden heartbeat beneath the behavior. It's not habit. It's not instinct. It's love. Raw, wordless, timeless love. And that's the quiet truth behind it all. When your dog sleeps on your clothes, they're not just being cute, they're holding on to the one thing that makes them feel safe, loved, and at peace, you. It's a small act that carries the weight of loyalty, comfort, and a kind of love that never asks for anything in return. If this story helped you see your dog's heart in a new way, give this video a like, it truly helps more dog lovers find it. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Does your dog do this too? What's their little way of showing love when you're not around? Share this video with someone who has a dog, maybe it'll help them understand the beautiful language their pup's been speaking all along. One challenge many dog owners face is when their dog's affection seems confusing or inconsistent. If you've seen this with your dog, I explained the solution in my last video, hidden signs your dog loves you more than you ever realized. You can find it linked right here on the screen. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more gentle stories that reveal the secret world inside your dog's heart.